and then the Reaver was dropped in range. Because I don't think the Dragoon took a hit. It looked like the Reaver took that straight hit there and got popped. So unlucky for Reach, unlucky. He was trying to get some scarabs off on that corner and kill off that turret or something like that, but it's not going to happen. It's really too bad. He could have gone around the back and done some damage to theoretically to see in the back there. You can see he doesn't have any turrets in the back of his base. He could have flown around behind that ridge and got in that way. But so Reach is going to have to just play macro here. He's got another Reaver out, and he kept his shuttle alive at least, although it is still badly damaged. But he's got some catching up to do. C has now been running off 2 bases. He's got a decent force going up here. Oh, Vulture's going to get in, and the Reaver finishes him off. Oh, he gets in far enough to see those gateways, though. Although that's pretty obvious, so it's not really that big of a deal that he spotted the gateways. That was a clutch pylon block. Killing off... Nice. The probe hiding underneath the tree. I don't know if that was intentional, but... Probe hiding underneath the tree takes a miss, I believe, from that vulture. It doesn't die. Anyway. Yeah, it's those little bits of terrain, little trees and stuff, they actually are there for... They actually do mean something. They give you a mischance just as if you were up a hill or something like that. If you're trying to attack something at range that's underneath a tree. So, it usually doesn't come in for any... It usually doesn't actually ever mean anything, but sometimes it does. So, anyway. By the way, some people... I forgot I was going to mention this before. Someone wrote me a message on YouTube asking me for help on their APM or something like that. In general... There are a lot better people to help you learn how to play better than I. So I'm sorry I can't really help you much if you're asking questions about like how to get better. I'd recommend. I mean, basically the best thing to do is practice, and then if you're done with all that, then you should practice some also, because that's basically the best way to get better at pretty much anything in life, actually. So that's what I would say. But I'm not the best person to talk to about how to get better at certain specific things. There's UMS maps that help you practice APM or micro or things like that, so you might want to try and find those. I know there's a UMS map pack around somewhere that'll show you a lot of different places that has a lot of different maps that will help you with various things, but I don't even know where to find that, so don't ask me that either. But in general, just practice a lot, and go to the strategy forums on SC2GG or on Team Liquid, read stuff there, and that'll help you out more than anything, I think, more than I could. So, sorry I couldn't answer your question, viewer. But anyway, dropship out now for C, and here we go. Siege tank and a couple vultures being loaded in, except the vulture having trouble getting into the dropship. There we go. Yep, finally. Okay, now he's in there. And probably going to do a little bit of a drop on that bottom right expansion, because that's the one thing about when you've got your expansions pylon blocked off. It makes them safe from vulture harass, but it means that it's hard to actually get in there to protect them yourself once they've blocked off. So C is going to take advantage of that and try and drop inside. Oh, he might snipe the Templar. Oh, no. Templar getting sniped off. Oh, man. Oh, you can see Reach cringe. He needed those Templar. He's already behind. And look at this. C, oh man, Reach has left a nice little gap at the bottom right without any cannons. Right, a beautiful place for C to drop in that location and just have basically a protected drop, and he's going to have so much trouble clearing that out of that expansion. And he's moving Dragoons, and he's going to have to, with only Dragoons, he's going to have to kill off his own pylon in order to get in there. No, never mind, he has a shuttle here, so he's going to be able to drop some Zealots and a Reaver out there, be able to take care of that pretty quickly. But still, lost a lot of mining time that he could not afford, and yeah, so this is really not looking too good for Reach here. I mean, theoretically, again, in Protoss versus Terran, you can still, even if you're behind economically, if you can win that one big battle in the middle, and take a big lead that way, you can still win the game a lot of the time. And so Reach, even though he's a little bit behind, he's not out of it yet. He's been behind most of the game, I guess, actually. But he's built up a decent-sized army in the middle. So if he can do some nice little mine drags or something like that, and kill off C's army, he can still get back into this. And it looks like we may have an engagement here pretty soon. He's got a shuttle in play. There's probably a Reaver in that shuttle. I believe the Templar might be in that shuttle as well. Possibly some Zealot bombs. We're going to see if he tries to move in. I think this would be a little bit dangerous to move into because he's going to have to go up a hill. Oh, beautiful storm on all those tanks. Zealot bombs going off. Reaver in play. Does not get his Scarab off, but the Zealot's getting close. I don't know if he has enough storms though. Oh, the Zealots all die, and Reach has to fall back. Look at that. He barely has any troops now. And that was the battle that he needed, and C took the battle, and C is in just a hugely good position now. He has complete map control. He can do whatever he wants, but if he loses that command center floating around, that would be pretty bad for him. But, I mean, C, it looks like he is going to lose that command center. So, nicely done by Reach, turning his disadvantage into a slight victory at the very least. And C building more command centers in the background. He's going command center crazy. He's got him flying all over the place. He's like playing like this UMS that we play sometimes, where you have infinite minerals and you're battling this crazy Zerg computer. It's pretty fun when you need to let off steam. It's also good for macro practice actually, because it's just complete macro. Anyways, but it's easier to build a bunch of command centers for all of your supply. But anyway, that's not what this is. This is just C just trying to expand a lot. And he knows he has map control, and that's basically, I mean, it's one of the things you can do when you have map control is just expand all over the place, and there's nothing the other player can do, usually. So he's building command centers, flying them around every place, and anyway, it looks like Reach actually trying to engage in the middle again. No, he's going to fall back. I think he knows that he doesn't have... Oh, they need it low! I can't lose those Templar! I can't lose those Templar! He loses the Templar again! Oh my god. And Reach is just falling farther and farther and farther and farther behind. I mean, look at that clump of tanks there. When the Terran has as many tanks as you have Dragoons, that means you are in bad shape. And he's got Vultures and Goliaths as well to protect from Zealots. There are a lot of Zealots on the ground, though. Again, you know, maybe if he could get us some beautiful storms. And by the way, that's why you see Protoss players keep their Templar inside a shuttle sometimes. It's just to protect them. And look at that, he's got a wall of Dragoons around the Templar. And then he still runs in with the Vultures and targets the Templar and kills it off. Oh, man. Nice little mind drag, though. The Dragoons died, but they did some damage to that tank nonetheless. But Reach is just losing his army slowly and steadily, and he's only on 3 bases at this point. And, oh no, EMP on the Templar. They were going in to storm the tanks, and they don't have enough energy. Storm going off on the middle of the tanks. His Zealots are still... No, his Zealots are speed upgraded. And they get into the front there, but there's a few Vultures there. He may actually take this battle, though. If he has another storm on those tanks in the back, the Templar is about to die, though. He needs to cast that storm. Oh, no, he's not going to cast that storm. Looks like he doesn't have enough energy left. The Templar dies. Reach's forces are obliterated in the middle. C is continuing to push down here, sending his reinforcements down to try and push home and win the game right here. And, oh, the Templar just being sniped left and right. That is so many storms that have died from just being sniped by Vultures, and I think that Reach would have had a chance in this game if he hadn't had those Templars sniped left and right. He would have had he would have had more storms in those battles, and he would have actually been able to take the battles that he ended up losing. He ended up losing every battle instead of winning them, and that was just, that's pretty much just all she wrote at this point. So we're probably going to see GG here from Reach any second now. So well fought by C. C coming back from an 0-2. There we go. There's GG. C coming back from an 0-2 deficit, all killing Ace and taking the set for MBC game. So well done by him, and I hope you guys enjoyed that set. Thanks for watching. Take care.